In this video, we're going to learn about some of the properties and settings of dynamic panels and how content can be viewed, clipped, and be scrolled through by altering the dimensions of the panel where it is embedded. Okay, let's open the product one state to take a look at the dynamic panel state. We can do this fastest by double clicking. You'll notice that this has opened a new tab. You'll see in the tab label the name we gave the state preceded by the name of the panel. Almost a breadcrumb, really. Very useful for orientating ourselves, and we see what is, for all intents and purposes, a new page canvas. A panel state is much like a page. You can embed masters, make interactive widgets, and embed more dynamic panels in here. You can in fact embed dynamic panels within dynamic panels within dynamic panels. Something that can be initially confusing, but it is immensely powerful. An important thing to remember about dynamic panels at this point is the size of the panel in relation to its contents. The contents of a panel can be much larger than the dimensions of the panel as embedded on the page. Because of how we created our dynamic panel by converting widgets, the panel has defaulted to a setting of fit to content, and the panel dimensions are set appropriately. This is a checkbox found in the widget properties tab, and we can now see the dimensions of the panel demarked on the panel state canvas by dotted lines. There are a number of options to handle content outside of this dotted line, such as clipping the content, also known as windowing, or adding scroll bars for the user to use, or making the panel larger when it is required on a state change, known as fit to content, a new feature for version 7. You can also set the dynamic panel to be 100% wide, stretching the width of the viewport. Let's quickly demonstrate some of those scenarios. With the fit to content option unchecked, let's go and change the contents of our first state and see what happens. Let's add another paragraph underneath and go back to the page. As you can see, the content in the panel has been clipped or is windowed. When we check the fit to content box, the blue area that represents our panel has expanded and we can see the new content. If you want to override this, we can also just grab the corner and resize. The fit to content is unchecked automatically for us. We can also choose to introduce scroll bars in the X and or Y axis when needed. You can see the scroll bars appear in this case. Let's do a quick preview to see it in action. There we go. Okay, you've had a quick primer on the theory of dynamic panels. Let's revert this and get back on track with our slider.